Hello, everybody. Today we're going to talk about the power of listening. So, Amanda, first question. How do you know when someone's actually listening to you?
Oh wow, that's a good question. I don't know. It is a really difficult one to answer because you're the only person who knows if you're listening properly to somebody who's talking to you, and so it's difficult to determine if the person you're speaking to is actually listening to you, you know, intently or properly. And I guess there are ways that you can confirm, aren't there, that you are listening to somebody. So you can repeat what they've just said,
Yeah.
or or interact in a way that confirms that you've just listened to what they've had to say.
But I think there's basic things as well. Like, for example, if I'm listening to you, I'm going to be looking at you. I'm not going to be on my phone, for example. Or
Oh, that's so annoying,
I
isn't it,
know
when you
exactly.
can
And that's
see
why I'm saying
somebody.
it. And that's why I'm saying it to you, because I know that's one of the things that you hate when someone's not listening.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, recently I found out that my love language, the 5 love languages, my love language is quality time. And one of the things about quality time is that you like people to spend time with you, but to totally be with you.
Present.
So that means that you've got their attention. They're not on their phone. They're not distracted by something else. They
Yeah.
are with you. And that's the way my love language works.
Yeah. And
And
how
so, yeah,
and how do you feel when someone's actually listening to you then? Like,
well, I think it, most human beings want to be heard, don't they? They want to
like
feel that what they have to say is important. Um, and also that the person who they're talking to cares about what they've got to say.
exactly. So I guess knowing somebody is listening to you, I think it's a nice feeling, isn't it? Yeah, it makes you feel not special, but it makes you feel, is it just like a real connection maybe?
I think it just
Respected, you
makes
feel
it
respected.
helps you feel more worthy, because if somebody's
Yeah.
spending time with you, and it's like we're saying about time being so precious, if they are giving you and devoting that time to you and
Mm.
listening properly, then that's a real gift, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think, and this is what we learn in coaching, don't we? It's like one of the most important things is to listen,
Yeah,
the power of listening, like the different levels of listening. Um, yeah.
it's interesting because when I did the first part of the course, the fundamentals part of the course, there's a big thing about listening in our coach training, isn't there, about how important it is that you are listening at different levels, and they say
Yeah.
level 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
And I went on holiday afterwards, and I noticed that my family were terrible at listening to each other. We're
Yeah.
always like, it was my sister and I, we almost had a fight because she was looking at her phone when I was talking to her, and I was like,
Exactly.
almost trying to take her phone off her.
And so many times people are just listening to say the next
What
thing.
they want to say. Yeah.
Exactly. They're not really listening, they're just waiting to say something. And I think sometimes when you just pause after somebody's spoken, it relaxes the conversation as well. You feel more relaxed as well, don't you?
Well, I think that's one thing I've learned through coaching as well, is that when you, especially if you ask a question with the point of eliciting an answer, then you're going to wait for that answer. You shouldn't then sort of jump in and try and fill the space with what
Yeah,
else you want to say. So
exactly. Exactly.
that pause you said is just, that's like monumental almost, because it gives that other person the time to think, but also then you're not thinking in your head of what you're next going to say either, are you? It's
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
probably you have a more creative conversation. And also, I think one of the important things we learned in coaching is what is somebody not saying? I love
Mm.
that. I love that. It's not just what they're saying, what are they not saying? It's a good
Yeah.
skill to have. It's a great skill to have, to know that.
Well, it's things like body language as well, isn't it? You can kind of, somebody might say, yes, I don't want to do that, or yes, I do want to do that, and they're shaking their head or nodding at the same time, and it's kind of giving them away almost, is what, because
Yeah.
that's happened when they've done sort of behavioral studies before, where people have wanted to say no, but they say yes, but they shake their head at the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
time,
exactly.
even if it's ever so slightly. Quite
Small
interesting.
small giveaways. Well, this is what we're going to be talking today on LinkedIn on my page. So come and watch us if you're watching the replay now. And we'll see you there.
See you there.